You may have caught last week's video where I talk about Matt Roper's new book on Book of Mormon Anachronisms. Check out the links in the description if you want to get caught up. This week he released his chapter on warfare in the Book of Mormon, and let me tell you, there's some fun ones to talk about. Critics have had problems with just about every aspect of warfare as described in the Book of Mormon, including the very idea that there were ancient American wars. People thought that indigenous peoples, especially the Maya, were generally peaceful until a few centuries before Columbus. But recent decades have thoroughly dispelled that myth. Not only did they have armies and armor and weapons of all varieties, but this was done at scale. And there's increasing evidence that they engaged in ethnically driven wars of extermination, just like the Book of Mormon describes. Bands of raiders and plunderers engaging in guerrilla warfare? Confirmed. Surprising war-related medical events, like recovering after fainting due to blood loss or post-decapitation breathing and movement. Also confirmed. Even when it comes to the Old World, people thought that a steel sword of Laban in 600 BC was just wrong. But lo and behold, we get true steel swords like this one, which was found in Jericho that dates all the way back to 640 BC. Yes, there are still a few gaps that are yet to be confirmed. We don't have evidence of steel swords in the Americas, or copper breastplates, or a bow and arrow in the right time frame, though we're getting surprisingly close on those last two. But we shouldn't expect perfection out of the archaeological record. Most of what we learn from pre-Columbian armor and weapons comes from Mesoamerican art. That's because most of their material culture has a hard time sticking around in humid conditions and acidic soils. And we'll get to talk about that more next week when it comes to Roper's chapter on metals and metallurgy. It should be a great time. I'll see you then.